developers. I mean, social module. And welcome to this episode of Fortnightly Frontier. Season 2, episode 10. 11.
Is it? Or is it 12?
Is it 12? Oh, yes, because you did something 10. I don't know.
Who cares? It doesn't really matter.
No. Social module.
Indeed. We're still reeling from the release because it's so awesome. And it's nice to have you back, Mr. Loose Unit.
Yes, I've moved house, as everyone cannot see, because there's no picture of me on the screen. But I have moved house, and I have internet, so life is good.
Excellent. And now that you've been able to experience the social module yourself, what are your thoughts on it?
I definitely need a better PC. So let's get that out of the way first. First of all, I get like 15 to 25 frames per second, also, but I get like quarter of a second input lag on lower settings, basically.
Right. Would you like to buy my graphics card?
No, I don't. Maybe. We'll see.
Because I am getting a new one.
Yeah, but
I have a completely new computer. It's beautiful, new case, new motherboard, CPU, water cooled, but the graphics card is letting me down. I mean, the point of this build was to make it, a Star Citizen machine, because everything else works just fine. It's only Star Citizen that brings it to its knees. So I will be upgrading the graphics card, and I will be one GTX 970 in the plus, so to speak. Need to get rid of.
yeah, maybe we'll talk later. But yeah, the input lag is my biggest issue. I can deal with low frame rates, but input lag is like killer for me. But it still let me get in. I can experience it. I can walk around, have a look, and see. And holy shit, this game is fucking awesome. I mean, the amount of detail in there is just ridiculous. It's so holy shit.
Yeah, it's that's what I think every time I go in it, because just the amount of detail is. I mean, it's not the first time that we've seen something like this. I mean, like I said in the previous episode, it really reminds me of a certain map in Mass Effect, but it's the amount of detail. I mean,
yeah, it's ridiculous. It's just it's insane. It really is insane. And I think that is that's really going to be what sets this apart from other games that have done similar things, and just this absolute level of detail, which is unparalleled. I don't think I've ever seen it.
No, devil is in the details, and total immersion does depend on the details.
Yeah, no.
If you can convince yourself that this is a real world, which is what they're striving for, yeah, it's going to be absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we went into the what's the gun shop?
That is Cubby Blast.
Cubby Blast. Yeah, we went into the Cubby Blast shop, and we talked about it this time when we were in there. We managed to get in together, and it was like the VR, the augmented reality stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
How they're doing that.
Mobiglass.
The Mobiglass. How they're doing the augmented reality stuff with Mobiglass is just awesome. It looks like they're actually building a proper augmented reality setup. It's they put tags on the items, and then your Mobiglass actually figures out what they are and then renders that in front of your face, basically. And that's awesome.
I want that in real life.
Yeah, one of those things is just they're not just rendering it on the screen. They're building the systems in the back end to make expanding that easy and awesome. Although it is quite funny when you do start dancing and your head goes to the right and your the little Mobiglass tag.
Yeah, it's mirrored.
Yeah,
I noticed that too.
To
It's mirrored.
Yeah.
That's weird. Well, that is Social Module 1.2, and I haven't noticed it in 1.2.1, which is currently in PTU stress test.
Yes,
I think the stress test is over by the time we're recording this.
Yeah, I haven't tried the PTU version.
I haven't really noticed many differences. I mean, it's all bug fixes from reading the changelog, like preventing you from glitching out into areas you're not supposed to. Although
no.
I've heard reports that it's still possible to do that.
Yeah. We did glitch out and have a look at the constellation. It is kind of large and empty of anything inside of it.
Yeah, it's only the exterior polygons, and you can just walk right through it. I mean, I don't know if that kind of showcases where they are currently in development of the new constellation, although I hope they are a bit further on.
I think it's very unlikely. I think what they have done is taken one of the exterior models and thrown a texture on it. Well, taken one of the exterior models with the texture and just dropped it in there, because I mean, there's so much stuff missing from it. It doesn't have landing pods.
Well, there were no landing pods even in the commercial. If you look at it, it basically lands on the skids, and it relies on the center of mass being quite far back so it doesn't tip forward.
Okay.
So I don't know. Maybe they'll change that, but
we'll have to see. We'll have to see because it hasn't been released yet. But it's quite a lot bigger than the original.
The original, yes, it is massive. If you are still on the 1.2, go glitch out and check it out. It is magnificent. However, it's still only about half the size of the ship that I am currently thinking about buying. Well, I'm not actually... Well, it's not buying. I wouldn't be spending any more money on it because I can sell the tally. I can also sell my half of the stake in a Bano Merchantman, which we bought which was over a year ago at this point already. Yeah. And considering how much ship you're getting, the Carrack is for only $10 more. Surprisingly enticing ship.
Yeah. The Carrack's the Explorer ship.
Is the Explorer ship, yeah. It's twice the length of the Constellation. I mean, actually twice the length, because currently they are between 59 and 61 meters. The Carrack is 123 meters.
Yep. And that hasn't even gone through its iteration process yet. Completely.
No.
It's still only been shown in its prototype phase.
Mm-hmm. And it's coming back on sale for a week in November. And I think I will be selling my tally and that half merchantman just to get that. There is a picture I found online, it's on the forums, that compares it to Firefly, Serenity, from the TV show Firefly and the movie Serenity. It's very similarly laid out, and it's basically something that I've wanted ever since, I've hoped of having ever since I learned about Star Citizen.
Yes, I'm still working on my plan to get one.
A Carrack?
Yeah. I have an option on one. I'm just gotta come up with the money for it, basically.
Well, according to my sources, it's going to be a 1-week limited sale in November.
But not with
there
LTI.
Won't be no LTI. Those are only for concept sales. But they also said that when they're reintroducing the Constellation, the modular versions, there will be no LTI.
Yep. That's fair enough.
Which is weird, because when they reintroduced the Retaliator with its modular version, you could get it with LTI.
But that wasn't... Oh no, that was not LTI. But there was no concept sale of the Retaliator, was there? Because it was an original ship.
Right, that could be it, yeah. Oh well. You do get a 2-year warranty with a Carrack.
Yeah, that's more...
However, here is something that we've been discussing with our fellow members in test. The 2 years is not real lifetime, it's in-game time.
Yeah, of course.
But they haven't yet revealed just what the ratio between in-game time and real time is going to be.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, because if there was a number a while ago that floated around that suggested that a single day is going to be 20 minutes. However, with some maths, 2 years equals then 5 hours real time. And I don't think a lot of people are going to like that if they go to bed and then they wake up and their insurance has run out.
Yeah, I think that might be a bit extreme.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really matter because I've said time and time again that having LTI is not going to be a big advantage and that insurance is not going to be expensive enough to really concern you in your daily lives.
They just have to have it on an auto refresh. You know, just like if you have a subscription, but it's a subscription to the insurance, so it automatically renews it after it expires, it'll be just fine.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think it's still a day should be around between 3 and 6 real-time hours.
Yeah.
If the sort of time limitations they have currently on insurance will make sense.
Yep. There were some ships that were sold with 3 months insurance.
6 months insurance on my Gladius.
Yeah, I think the reintroduction ones get more, but some of the basic ones still only get like 3 months or whatever, or 1 month.
That's going to be interesting to see. And that is also something that we've been discussing with other people in test, that we'd like to accost one of the people, CIG people at CitizenCon, and have them answer a few questions. We've been collecting them, and that is one of the questions that we'd like cleared up for us.
Whether or not it can be answered is another question. Perhaps it's something that could be answered in a 10 for the chairman. If we have any of our subscribers out there have got subscriber access, then feel free to ask that question. Because the more times you post a question, the more likely it is to get seen. Possibly.
But speaking of CitizenCon, excited?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I am actually. I'm really looking forward to it. But it's been quite crazy at work lately. I haven't had a chance to properly think about what's coming up.
But yes, we will be there from the 10th to 11th.
Yep.
Arriving in Manchester somewhere early afternoon. So if there's anybody that's also coming to CitizenCon and would like to join up and have a beer or something like that, do get in contact with us through Twitter or something like that, and we will make that a reality.
Yes, we will tell you where we are sitting. What's sitting?
Sitzing. Yes, if it was Gamescom, maybe Sitzing, yes, because it was in Germany.
I don't know what I did there, but anyway, we'll tell you. We'll tell you some information. Come and meet us. Meet your heroes. We're not that interesting, really.
Speak for yourself, man. I'm very interesting, actually.
Okay, I'll believe it when I see it. Yeah, so CitizenCon, we will be there.
What about predictions for what are we going to see at CitizenCon? Let's start early this time around.
I haven't spent enough time analyzing it. I can't remember off the top of my head. There's been a lot of stuff announced. To be honest, I haven't thought about what might be released, what might be there. It doesn't bother me what's going to be there. I think I'm just going to go there and enjoy myself and see what happens.
Yeah.
So no predictions from me.
No predictions. Well, they said it'll be related to Squadron 42.
Yep.
But they also, I don't know if it's been official. I don't think they'll be releasing anything in regards to Arena Commander 2.0 or the FPS module.
When is the FPS module due to be released? Was that this month or next month?
This month.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, it might. Well, they did actually manage to get the social module out when they said they would. And the FPS module status reports have been getting shorter and shorter, so they could be, really getting down the list of bugs and getting ready to have an initial release.
They might have provided a realistic time frame with it. Well, hopefully we'll see it this month. I will run around and get killed many times with my horrible latency, and we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that's it for this episode of Fortnightly Frontier.
It is. Not much has been going on. Apologize for the lack of content. We will be bringing you a lot more once something is actually released in the game.
Yes.
Something substantial. I mean, the social module is a very great big step forward for the game, but
yeah, go and check it out if you haven't.
Mhm.
It's worth it, even if you can't play it properly. I mean, it's just a look and see thing, so it's okay.
It's
go check
not
it out.
very much interactable. That's what I mean. It's
Yeah.
It's very much a look and see
Yeah, exactly.
sort of thing.
So go check that out if you haven't. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and clicky social media thingy wingies.
Don't forget to tell your grandma.
Yeah, she'll be most interested.
Indeed.
Indeed. I've been watching SG1 actually. Indeed. Anyway, that's it for us. Goodbye.
See you in the verse.